All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Heather Abbott, and welcome to our first Ladies Leading Ladies Speakeasy of 2023. It's going to be a really good one. We've got some super ladies on tonight. First, let me introduce to you Sherri, and she's going to introduce the rest of the crew. So Sherri's wellness journey began over 25 years ago as a neuromuscular therapist. She was introduced to Nikken in November of 1997, inspired by her amazing product experience, and launched her Nikken business the following month. She's a wife and proud mother of 3 amazing daughters. She's a Diamond consultant and 2018 and 2019 Team Kaizen members. Maybe another one. Sorry if I missed it. She's launched her speaking career and training business as an expert on sleep, self-care, happiness, and personal empowerment, and definitely vibrancy. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Sherri.
Thank you, Heather. Fun to see you all. I know it's a busy night. We've got a lot of things. I've been hopping. This is my third Zoom in the last hour. So there's a lot of stuff. So I promise I think this is going to be a great call because the people I'm about to introduce are fabulous. And I am feeling so blessed. I'm just starting my 26th year in Nikken, and I'm having the most fun. And, if you've been in the business for a while, you know that it gets much more fun and fulfilling when you have a great team. And so and when you have an active team that's enthusiastic. And so here's what happened. So there's a longer story. I'll keep it short, where Debbie and Jones and myself, our paths crossed years ago. Debbie, I think it was longer than what you say. I think it feels to me like it was 5 or 6 years ago, but with COVID, who knows how long anything has been. But years ago, I was invited by a consultant who was a doctor and was launching her business, and she asked me to speak on water. So I did a presentation. Debbie was there. We talked. She told me that she had been in Nikken before, and I encouraged her to get back into the business. And she said, no, timing wasn't right. And so, timing, if it's not right, it's not right. So, but I did send her some information, and, she had a great sponsor from back when. So I was certainly encouraging. I wasn't recruiting her. I was encouraging her to get back in because I could tell she was so passionate. In fact, she was talking about how even though she was no longer in the business, she never stopped believing in or sharing Nikken. So, honestly, she kind of fell off my radar. I certainly wasn't pursuing her because she was not part of my team. And then the person who I spoke for, kind of life got in the way. And so she kind of stepped away and was not very active. And then in May, Debbie called me, I think actually maybe emailed me first. I can't even remember. But we spoke, and she said, remember me? And I remembered her. And she said, I've made a decision. I'm ready to get back in the business. And some of you may have heard Debbie's story because she went silver in her 3rd month, and she's been featured numerous times in speaking on Seiko Kai and different events and so forth. So we got started, and then Debbie told me about Shirley Artis, and she said Shirley is a dynamo. And at the beginning, she didn't think that maybe Shirley was interested in the business. But Shirley had great success in a different direct sales type business. And so Debbie knew that if Shirley got involved in Nikken, and she knew about Nikken because of the products back when Debbie was involved, and they were walking buddies. And so I'll let them tell more of their story. But she knew that Debbie had really smart business instincts. And so I got the opportunity to meet Shirley. I guess, Debbie, you and I connected again in Atlanta, and then I came to St. Louis back in September and we did some different presentations and trainings in Shirley's house. And so got to meet her. And then they started talking about Renee, who was somebody who had gotten excited and wanted to join. And so we'd been talking, and, Debbie went silver, and I knew she was going to continue to grow her business. And so I'd been encouraging her. And then when I started, talking to Shirley and realizing her power, I knew she could go silver and keep going and so forth. So we've been talking and kind of strategizing, and we were working on Shirley getting that $500 bonus to go silver in 1 month, and, life and just things. And so it just became, in November, we decided, okay, December's going to be the month. And so I'm taking care of my mom. She had fallen on November 30th. The day that I got this inspiration, I don't know, it was divine inspiration because it just came to me. I was actually in the surgical waiting room. My mother had just had surgery. And I had this inspiration. What if we started talking, the three of us, and then because I hadn't even met Renee at that point, that we would talk every single day, Monday through Friday. And we would have a time when we would talk and we would strategize and just, create this synergy and this momentum, which Richard Brooks has been talking about right now on a different Zoom, about creating this momentum. And so I have, honestly, in my 25 years in Nikken, I've never done this before. I've never had a team where I found, got focused with a group and we talked every single day. And it was magic. First of all, they said yes. So we started right away, and they showed up consistently, enthusiastically. And the crazy thing is, everybody is a morning person, not me. When we started this, Shirley was in California, so they wanted to do it 7:30 Eastern time, 6:30 on on Central time, which is where they live in St. Louis. And for about 4 or 5 days, Shirley was in California. She was getting up at 4:30 in the morning to join us. So talk about commitment. So I'm going to turn it over to them. I think Debbie can introduce Shirley, and maybe Shirley can introduce Renee. But what happened in December is that Debbie went gold. Shirley went silver, and Renee did a power start. And Renee is on a silver run to go silver. I think it's going to happen this month. And so, and it hasn't been announced officially, but I know for a fact that Debbie has won the contest to go to Japan. So it was a spectacularly successful month. And what's also so exciting to me is that it's not like all this happened and then we're like flat. They are just as excited. Now, I asked that we don't meet every single morning anymore. So we're meeting 2 mornings a week and then 1 evening a week. They probably would meet every morning if I said yes. And they probably are meeting still without me at times. But there's this enthusiasm. They have a great vision. They have great purpose, and they are on it. And the sky is the limit. They are going to turn St. Louis and the Midwest and beyond on their heels with this. So could not be more excited, more proud to be working with this group of women and calling them part of our team. That we're partners. It's a delight. So with that, I'm going to introduce Debbie. Oh, can you unmute, or do I have to? Can you unmute her? Okay, there you go.
Hello, all. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, good. So that I can stay on task, because I get passionate and keep going. I tried to write down a few notes. So my first thing I'd like to say is that it was my faith in God that allowed me to even come back to Nikken. I remember how impactful it was on my life the first go round in the late 90s, early 2000s. Met Sherri. I told my daughter when I heard her speak, and I said, she's from Nikken. And then sure enough, when I talked with Sherri afterward, I told her, no, got in a lot of trouble the first time around from giving away too much product. And but I saved her email address, and I'm so thankful that I did. I did reach out to the young lady whose office we were at. As a matter of fact, it's a personal friend of my daughter, but she just wasn't doing the business. She was going on and pursuing other avenues. And so I was glad that I had Sherri's email address. And even after reaching out to Sherri's like, just try one more time to see if we could get Dr. K involved again, and I could come in under her. But that wasn't happening. So Sherri said, okay, we'll move forward. That was in May of this year. And my passion this time was because I've mentioned to you guys before, I've got 2 grandsons that live in Atlanta that are on the autism spectrum. And I thought maybe somehow the sleep system might be able to have some impact on them. And I'm thankful to say that they are doing better now that they are on the sleep system. Who knows why, but I'd like to attribute it to them doing better, on the sleep system and all. And so I thought about my good buddy Shirley. Shirley and I had worked together in the past, and she had done NECAN with me. Somehow I had talked her into it back then, I guess. And but I had watched Shirley, how successful she was. And so I thought this time around, I would love to have someone on the team with me. She's another woman of faith. And I thought I would like to have the support of someone like Shirley, even for pushing me. Because the thing I kept telling Sherri is, I initially told her, I just want to get in it to try to get access to that discount so I can buy these products. And she's like, no, that's not really a good reason to get into it. But she wasn't going to stop me if I tried. But so I did sit back. I heard what she said. I sat back. I thought I found some of my old notes, Sherri, and it was seems like it was 2019. And I thought, when the time was right, when the Lord puts it on your mind and your heart, and you just go with that flow, the time was right. In May of this year, it was right. And so Sherri helped me to believe that I could reach silver. And when she started talking about gold, I thought Sherri kind of had maybe lost a little bit of her mind. And I could not see it, but she would not allow me to not be able to. She told me to just consider it, just to be able to imagine. I remember hearing that either on a master class or a Seiko Kai, that you got to first of all be able to imagine that you can do this. And another thing I remembered was that we had been told that we're not selling, we are solving. People have a problem, we're setting out there to solve problems. That too kind of helped motivate me and inspire me, along with all of Sherri's inspiration. Like she's talking about those early morning meetings. I'm not necessarily an early morning person, and I was in Atlanta helping out with the grandsons at that time. So it was 5:30 for me. And I'm trying to tip around the house, so that I don't wake up my husband or anyone. So, but it really, faith in God, a fearless leader like Sherri Danzig, it just inspiring us and encouraging us to keep going, get the prospect list, follow up, help one another, each one reach one. It was just really a team effort from Renee shooting for executive and Shirley shooting for silver. I couldn't help but just get in on that. And then of course the company offering the double points really is what finally made me say, my goodness, it really is happening. So I'm very thankful for all NECAN and how everyone just reaches out to help. Ruth Lowe, I've never met. She's helped out. I've talked with Ben. I forgot Ben's last name. Dave Rolfe, watching his videos. Just everyone that has come alongside us and tried to help us. It's amazing. It's quite amazing. So I won't steal anybody else's thunder. I'd like to introduce my good friend, Shirley Artis, that I have known for probably at least 30 years. So Shirley, would you like to share your story?
Yes, ma'am, I will. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Shirley Artis, and I just want to take this time to thank Debbie for talking me into getting into this business, and also Sherri, who is a great leader, and Renee, who I said, Renee, I need a business partner, and she did not say no. And keep it short, why did I join this business? Because I said I would never join another business. I was in a business where I would eat, sleep. I'm one of those people, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And Debbie was like, Shirley, do you still have your mag steps? And I was like, Deb, I think I gave them away. I joined the business a long time ago because I'm a walker. And once I started feeling fine, I stopped wearing them. And do you know, I found them. I still have them. They're about 25 years old. And me and Debbie started walking again. And She was like, Shirley, it's only this much to join. Anyway, I prayed about it and I said, okay, I'll go for it. Then she put Sherri on me. Sherri's coming to St. Louis. And I said, okay, I'll do a presentation at my house. And Sherri came in with a big long stick, just kidding. But she came in and she was like, Shirley, you can do it. The business that I was in before, I had $1 million organization. I did very well, had never sold anything in my life. But I'm one of those people, my passion is to help other people. And I helped a lot of people get what they wanted. So I got what I wanted. And NECAN is going to be my vehicle to help me help even more people. One thing about NECAN, when they try the product, it works. They have a testimony. My sister, who is she's not going to buy anything unless she really knows that it works. She bought the magnet for her back and the belt. And I'm going to tell you, she is like, I love it. She is the type of person, when her back hurt her, she had to just lay on the couch and not move. So she's sharing, she's in a senior citizen building, she's sharing with them. I know I'll be doing business there. And what helped me reach my goal, Sherri was like, and I mean, we only had a few days. So what I did, I worked my prospect list, and I had set a goal initially to help like 60 people. And I still haven't helped those 60 people yet, but I'm still working on it. And I was working at prospect list and doing the morning talks. They had me up at 4:30 in the morning. And I'm telling you, with the help of Sherri, Debbie, and Renee, we were all working together. I made it. So my goal now is to start doing the 3-way calls, the conference calls, doing more demonstration, large events. I'm just happy about, I will be able to help people, and it's working for me. I love it. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce Renee. Renee actually worked with me in my other business. She was not on my team, but I opened the door to whoever wanted to learn. Renee is a mother. She's a wife. She has 4 children. I don't know how many grandchildren, but great person. And we told Renee, you have to do this. She said it's done. She did it. Renee, are you ready? Is Renee hiding from me?
No, she unmuted and then you're muted again, sweetie.
Unmute Renee.
There you go.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
Okay. Yes, my name is Reena Dean-Stomer. And as Shirley said, I met her through doing the art with her, and I enjoyed her enthusiasm, and I learned a lot from her. And skipping up to now, Shirley had told me about NECAN, and I didn't get to make it to the meeting when Sherri came in town. However, I wanted to, but then I was like, when she said it at first, I was thinking, I'm like, no, I don't think I want to do that again, not just right now. But she had said, why not? So what happened was I was forced to resign from my job. And I was thinking, well, I don't have nothing else to do. So when Shirley told me she was having another meeting, I went to the meeting and I saw the different products that she had. And Debbie let me use one of her, I think it was the seat, I think it's for the seat, or however it was, someone else was using it. And then I put it on my back because my back was bothering me. And I said, okay, this is working. And so that made me, I said, okay, because I didn't want to take something that I didn't believe in. And I saw that it worked for me right away, and I was ready to go with it. And then also I had went on and ordered the M steps before I joined NECAN, and I was having issues with my left leg, and my doctor was saying they was bursitis. And so I didn't have anything to put there. And Debbie had said one day when we was walking, why won't you put it on your leg? And so I did, and I wasn't able to stay on it that side for that night. But going on through the week, I would keep it on there, and then all of a sudden, I no longer had the pain. And so I know the product work. I said, okay. And so I decided, okay, I want to join because I like helping people, and I wanted them to experience what I had experienced. And I'm really excited about the products and helping people because my daughter came to one of the meetings. She couldn't stand up because her back was hurting her so bad. And she, Debbie let her use her, the back magnet with the belt with it. And she said immediately she was able to bend over. She was like, mama, I couldn't touch my feet. Now I can tie my shoes because my shoes are untied. And so, and when she made that statement, we were still in the meeting, and Shirley told her to come in there and tell everybody else. So she was excited about the product. So she also purchased it for herself, and the product is still working. But moving forward to us discussing about me becoming executive, I was like, I hadn't been in the business that long. If I had started around almost the end of November, and I was like, Sherry was saying, Renee, you are close to being executive. And I was like, well, I didn't do that many customers yet, but I said, okay. I said, I can do this. I can do this. And so with us having the meetings every morning, and we was all getting all ready for it. I was already doing my list for my people, but I was kind of not discouraged, but everyone that at the closer we got to almost December the 31st, my customers, they was dropping out saying, well, I'm not going to be able to do it. I overspend for Christmas. I said, okay, let me call the next person. And I said, I not that I was pressuring anyone. I was just asking, hey, so are you ready to order your product? And they was like, no, I'm gonna have to wait. And so I got about 3, no, I'm gonna have to wait. And I was like, okay, I won't worry about those 3. I think at the time Sherry kept telling me, she said, you're almost there. And so with the help of Debbie and Sherry and Shirley, I say, okay, I can do this. I'm gonna do this. And so finally, with family and friends, the waterfall was ordered. Then another customer ordered the nutrition, and then another customer ordered braces. So Sherry, and I never was looking at my numbers, and then Sherry called me when we was on our morning call. She said, Renee, you did it. You're an executive. I said, oh my God. And I was like, well, thank you, Jesus. And I was like, so I'm still excited, and I'm still doing my list and getting people to let them know about the business. And so far, the people who I've been talking to, they are excited and want to know more about our products. So thank you for listening.
Wonderful. And they have, so is it Saturday or Sunday? It's this
Saturday.
Saturday. So they're doing another event, which I love that you're jumping right back in and having events, being respectful for people that are concerned about COVID. So Shirley has everybody kind of spread out a little bit. She's got a basement that is ideal for doing presentations. And, I think everybody's heard. I want to leave it open. We have 1 minute, but if anybody has a question or a comment, feel free.
You see if I can make it to where everybody can unmute. Give me just a moment.
Sure. I think you can hear that what was so profound is that there was constant, every morning, no one ever showed up and said, I didn't do anything. Even if they had kind of an off day the day before, there was something they could report. And I think that's so much the secret. Yoko.
It's not only the secret, Sherry, but that is really real teaming. That's how you partner, you find your partners, and because they all step up and they all put in their energy along with you. And it is such a awesome feat. Congratulations, you guys. I mean, I am so happy for you. I join your joy. I join your love. Go for it, man. Let's help all kinds of people. Love it.
Thank you.
And I just want to say, you all during this time, I cook and I'm the church secretary. I had 3 funerals. Everything was going on. And when she told me we had to have it done by December 31st. All the people I had lined up, you don't know how many people said, Shirley, I have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait. I said, do you know anybody? I just kept going. My thing is no excuse, Shirley, you got to do it. So that's how I think. So we got it done. Renee, and then Debbie was even saying, I have a lot to get. But we said we're gonna do it. And Sherry,
Yes.
that was the main thing. She pushed
Yes.
us and pushed us, and that was a big
Yes,
help.
she did.
Yes. So we're thankful.
I don't think I pushed you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
She would not let us give up.
Okay, well,
Yes.
that's what I wanted
That's
to
what
say.
that's
I
what we're
kept-
saying.
Yeah,
That
okay.
you wouldn't
okay.
let us give up when we
Right.
would kind of get down and couldn't see it happening, couldn't
Yeah.
see how's it going to happen. She said it's going to happen.
Yeah,
She just really
Yes, she
had
did.
us.
And that's a blessing because because you've all now had that experience, and anyone on this call that has set a goal and didn't have a clue of where it was coming from and kept their belief strong, that we talk about this in Humans Being More, providence moves. It is having that strong faith, that strong belief, and turning it over. It doesn't you don't have to know where it's coming from. In fact, sometimes I think it's better that you don't, right? So that you get your mind out of it. And so because I've had that experience myself, I was able to transfer that to you all.
Oh.
And you guys, even if you don't have not experienced it, you believe in yourselves. And like you, Shirley, I'm like you. I just do it, and I know that somehow I will get it done because I'm going to do it. It's an absolute. Okay, go for it, you guys. I mean,
Done deal. It's a done
that's it.
deal.
That's it.
Yeah.
We kept saying it. It's a done deal.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
believe.
Yes, we did.
I used to tell my team members, no excuse. It's up to you. Because you're going to get no's, but you got to keep going past those no's. So, Sherry, look out.
I'm ready for you.
Okay. We're going to.
Anybody else have a final thought or question or?
It doesn't look like it. Looks like we'll wrap here. Let me stop the recording.